So you had something spicy and you had that burning sensation in your stomach. You reach for an antacid and have it. In few minutes, the burning sensation disappears. Have you ever thought what happens when you take an antacid and why there is burning sensation in your stomach? The answer of what antacid does or why there is burning sensation in your stomach depends on a number, and that number is called as pH. By the end of this video, you'll understand why pH matters in your everyday life. So without wasting time, let's understand pH. In the last couple of videos, we have seen what are called as indicators. If you have not seen those videos, I'll link the video in the description. Indicators basically tell us whether the substance is acidic or basic. But remember that indicators don't tell us about how dangerously acidic a particular substance is or how dangerously basic or weak a particular base is. So if you want to know the strength, the real strength of acid or base, we will need something called as universal indicator. Universal indicator is a mixture of many indicators, and depending upon how strong the acid is or how strong or weak the base is, it is going to show you range of colors starting from say red, which is strongly acidic, to purple, which is strongly basic. Each color corresponds to a particular number on a scale, and that scale is called as pH scale. And by looking at the scale, you can actually tell whether the substance is dangerously acidic or highly acidic or weak acid or maybe weak base or strong base or even neutral. Let's talk about pH scale. In pH, P stands for potens, which in German means power. So this scale basically measures the concentration of hydrogen ions. So it's a range from 0 to 14. 7 is the center point, which means substances having pH 7 like water, for example, are neutral. That means they are neither acidic nor they are basic. If you go below 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, these are all acidic pH value. The lower the pH value, the stronger is the acid. Say for example, acid with pH 1 will be a stronger acid, whereas acid with pH 5 or 6, we can call it as weaker acid. On the other side of the spectrum, if I go from 7 upwards to 14, these are all basic pH value. So 14, for example, is the stronger base, whereas something like 8, I can call it as a weaker base. So higher the pH value, stronger is the base. As I said earlier, this scale measures the hydrogen ion concentration. So in case of acids, lower the pH value, higher will be the concentration of hydrogen ions. Say for example, if I go to pH 1, then this acid will have higher concentration of hydrogen ions. And if I go on the other side, then pH 14 base will have very high concentration of OH negative or hydroxide ions. So here is the exam trick to remember. Think about opposite directions. Low H plus, high pH. High H plus concentration, low pH. So they are both moving in inverse directions. Now let's have a look at the pH values of some of the common substances around us. Like say for example, milk of magnesia, which is given to children as a mild base. It has pH of 10. Or we can think about blood, which is slightly alkaline, pH of about 7.4. Or we can think about something like saliva before meal is slightly acidic, about 6.5. I'll put up a table and you can check out the pH values of some stuff that we use or that we see in our everyday life. Now pH is not just a concept in chemistry. It is very important concept in biology as well. Life on the whole needs very specific pH range to work. Say for example, in our body, enzymes and hormones, they require specific pH range. If they don't get this pH range, the enzymes will stop functioning or even the hormones will not work. So they have to be provided with specific pH range to work. Plants as well are extremely sensitive to the pH. Too acidic pH and soil will not be able to support much life. Too basic pH and plants won't be able to absorb what they need. So if the soil turns too acidic or too basic, then it is not good for farming activities or not good for growing any crops. Now, if the soil gets too acidic, farmers use quicklime or slaked lime. These substances are basic and they neutralize the excess acids in the soil and neutralize the soil or get the pH of the soil close to 7, which is much more conducive for the plants or the crops to grow. pH is also very important in our digestive system. Your stomach produces an acid, HCl, the same acid which you find in your laboratory. Now this HCl performs some very important functions like killing the germs which are entering through your food, or also it provides acidic medium for certain enzymes to act. But sometimes too much acid might get produced in your stomach and this causes acidity. Now for the cure of acidity, basically you pop in an antacid tablet or you take some other form of antacid. Antacids are basic in nature. So when you take them, they neutralize the acid in your stomach and give you relief from acidity. Milk of magnesia, for example, is given to children as it is a mild base and it can give them relief in case of acidity. Your teeth are also very sensitive to pH. Your tooth enamel is the hardest substance in your body and it is made up of the crystalline form of calcium phosphate and it is called calcium hydroxyapatite. Now this substance is the hardest substance in your body, as I told you earlier. It does not get dissolved or affected by water, but it gets corroded by acids. When you consume something, especially sweets, the sugars or the sugar particles in your mouth are broken down by the bacteria present in your mouth, and by breaking these down, they produce acids. Now this takes the pH of your mouth below 5.5, which is acidic, and in this acidic condition, your tooth enamel starts degrading or corroding. This is what causes tooth cavity. So how to prevent this? Basically, you'll have to brush twice a day. But here is a reason behind that. Toothpaste is basic. The base in the toothpaste is going to neutralize the acids in your mouth, and that is going to create neutral environment in which your tooth enamel will feel safe. So brush twice daily. Nature uses acids as defense mechanism. If you see certain plants like nettle leaves, they have this hair on their leaves, and if you touch these leaves, you will start getting the burning sensation because these leaves are going to inject an acid under your skin which will cause this burning sensation. Same acid is also injected by honeybee when it stings, and this particular liquid or the acid which is injected under your skin is called methanoic acid, which causes the burning sensation. So what is the remedy? How to get relief? You can apply paste of baking soda. Baking soda is basic in nature and it will neutralize the acid under your skin, giving you relief from any burning sensation. Ant bites also inject the same acid under your skin. So methanoic acid or formic acid is the reason why you get the burning sensation. Acids can be reason for certain environmental disasters. Think about acid rain. The pH of normal rain is about 5.6, but when the pH of rain falls below 5.6, we can call it as acid rain. This happens because there are certain gases in our atmosphere, like say nitrogen dioxide or sulfur dioxide and trioxide. These gases can dissolve in water and form acids like nitric acid or sulfuric acid. And when this comes in form of rain, it can be called as acid rain. It creates problems for aquatic life, as aquatic life cannot survive in acidic condition. The fish, the microorganisms, all of them suffer because the rainwater goes into the rivers and the ponds and make the water acidic in these water bodies. So to save our environment, we should really try to reduce the fossil fuel consumption, as the gases which I mentioned earlier, they actually are added to the atmosphere because of the air pollution caused by vehicles and factories. So we should reduce the fossil fuel consumption as much as possible. So here are the points that we learned in today's video. 1. Universal indicator is a mixture of many indicators and it shows different colors depending upon the pH value of the acid or base. 2. The pH scale runs from 0 to 14. 7 pH is neutral, anything below 7 is acidic, anything above 7 is basic. 3. Higher pH means lower concentration of H plus ions, and lower pH means higher concentration of H plus ions. And it is opposite for bases. Higher pH means higher concentration of OH negative ions, and lower pH means lower concentration of OH negative ions. 4. pH affects us in everyday life. Say for example, our stomach produces acid, HCl, strong acid, and it can cause problems if this particular pH is not maintained in our stomach during the digestion process. Excess acid produced in the stomach can cause acidity, and to take care of the acidity we use antacids. The tooth enamel, it gets degraded or corroded when the pH of your mouth turns acidic. We have also seen that plants and animals use pH in their defense when they inject methanoic acid under our skin, like say the honeybee, or in case of plants, the nettle leaves. 5. Something like acid rain is an environmental disaster because it damages our water bodies like river and ponds and lakes by making the pH of these water bodies acidic, which in turn affect our aquatic life. So that is what we need to talk about in today's video. In the next video though, we are going to talk about different reactions of acids and bases and understand about their chemical behavior in little more detail. So that's it for today. See you in the next one. Till then, keep learning. Bye for now.